Hi, I'm Mary Maru, designer and creative director at Mary Maru Design, and welcome. Today I want to quickly go over how to save photos and other images from stock image websites. It's pretty straightforward, but there are a couple of different file formats that are available typically on a stock image site, and I want to make sure that you get the best quality image possible because it makes our work together on websites and other graphic design projects a lot easier. So the first stock photo site I'm going to start with is shutterstock.com, and this is the landing page that I arrive on typically when I type in that website address. Your screen may look a little bit different based on your past history with visiting this site versus mine. So just to make things consistent between this shutterstock.com site and the next photo stock house that we're going to visit, which is istockphoto.com, I'm going to use the search phrase business meeting diverse. So here are the results for business meeting diverse. I'm going to choose one image. I kind of like this one. So I'm going to click on it once, and it brings me to the detail page for this particular photo. And then below here are some related images that sometimes are worth scrolling through to see different options with a similar artistic feel and subject matter. But I'm going to stick with this result that was returned for my search criteria. And to get the best size possible from shutterstock.com, I'm going to go down here to this little magnifying glass with the plus sign in it and click on it once. And now I have this large format sample image. It does have the watermark on it, so we can't use it in a finished project, but for placement purposes only within a comp site or some other project that we're working on and still trying to make decisions about image placement, this is a really good file size to download. So now that we're in this large photo layout size, I'm going to right mouse click to bring up some menu options. I'm on a Mac. On a PC, you're also going to mouse click with the right button. You may have somewhat different menu options listed here, but you should certainly have one that's called Save Image As, and that's what I'm going to choose. I've already created a folder on my desktop, and I recommend that you follow suit. So first, navigate to your desktop, and then you should have a button someplace on this window that allows you to create a new folder. If not, you may need to go into your main menu. But in any case, just for drill's sake, I will go ahead and create a new folder, and I'm going to call this stock swipe and use today's date. Another way that you can name your folder, if you're going to be using more than one stock image house, is you can use the name of the stock company. So I'll call this actually Shutterstock Swipe with today's date. So that's really specific. I'm going to create that. And then I'm going to save this first image into that folder. And you can see that it's downloaded here. My Chrome browser lets me see what files I've downloaded. The browser that you're using may behave a little bit differently. It may just send it directly to the folder without this little prompt down here. In any case, I'm going to close this large format image by clicking on the X up here in the upper right hand corner and choose one more from Shutterstock. This time I'm going to choose, I like this one, Cheerful Business People in a Meeting at Office, so I'm going to click on it once. Make sure it's the one that I like, and I do, so I'm going to click on this magnifying glass with the plus sign in it in the lower right hand corner. Clicking on it once. It's just taking a moment to load. And it didn't load, so I'm going to click on it one more time, and there we go. Great. So again, I'm going to right mouse click to invoke this submenu. I'm going to click on Save Image As, and it's automatically giving me that new folder that we just created a moment ago, Shutterstock Swipe with today's date. So I'm going to go ahead and save this. Okay, just to make sure that the images I just saved are indeed on my desktop in this new Shutterstock folder, I'm going to double click on it, and I see that the two images are indeed there. So great, we'll move on. So now I'm going to go to iStockPhoto.com. I already typed in the website URL. So it's iStockPhoto.com, and let's search for the same criteria. So we're going to look for business meeting diverse. And we have a slightly different set of possible images. They look a little bit similar, but that's kind of standard stock image look. I'm going to choose, I kind of like this one. So a little different from Shutterstock. iStockPhoto wants you to click in the center of the image to get the larger one. So that's what we're going to do. If we click on the plus, actually it wants you to create a board, which is where you can collect a bunch of different images before actually downloading them. I'm going to skip this step. I don't use boards. I typically know what images I want to work with, and so I download them to my desktop right away. You know, worst case scenario, I just don't use them, or I put them in the trash later on, but I don't really like to bother with that middle step. So to access the largest file format size available in iStockPhoto.com, we're going to click in the center on this square with the arrows on it. I just clicked on it once, and here's that large format image. And the next steps are just like what we did on Shutterstock.com. So I'm going to right mouse click and save image as, and you'll notice that my menu options are fewer than before, and that's fine because we just want this one option to save. And I don't want to save this in my Shutterstock swipe file because it'll get confusing later if I decide to make a purchase. So I'm just going to return to my desktop, and I'm going to create another new folder, and this one I'm going to call iStockPhoto, and swipe and today's date. Okay, so like before, we're just going to close this window by clicking on the X in the upper right-hand corner. And then let's go back to the search results by clicking on the back button with our web browser using this back button in the upper left-hand corner. I'm going to choose one more image that I like. I think this one's kind of interesting. Well, it's not really what I was looking for. So let me choose this one here. And again, I'm going to click in the center of the image because we're on iStock. Here's the enlarged photo. I'm going to right mouse click, save image as. The iStock folder is already selected, so I'm going to go ahead and save. And that's it. Thanks for watching.